Okay, so my plants, my little seedling plants that I planted that are growing, they're doing really well. But because I've moved more onto a vegetarian diet, in the last years they've been a complement to my plate. They've not been that important. This year I'm eating a lot more of them, so I thought, okay, let's have a go. Let's plant some seeds. It's a cheap way of getting a lot of food growing if I'm successful, and if I totally fail, I've not wasted that much money. I'm surprised at the results. A little bit scared, but surprised. So I'm going to walk you through them. I set up this boat here. So I thought, right, I'll set it up with some flowering things in there as well that will be pretty from bulbs, which I probably stand more chance of survival than seedlings, which I don't have very much faith in. That way, if the food part of it fails, at least it'll have a bit of colour and won't look too bad. So what we have here is we have a burst of colour, will be a burst of colour in this section here of bulbs that I've planted, and the same in that section there. So the two end areas will be colour. This here are 3 corn plants that we're going to try for the very first time this year. Along the front edge here, I thought, I know, I'll plant some hanging basket plants and they will grow and they will cascade over the front and make it look all beautiful. That was the plan. And then I have 3 seedlings of courgette plants. I thought I'd be lucky if one survived. All 3 are growing. And here, 1, 2, 3. There's never enough space for them there. So I'm going to have to replant them because they're gonna, well, they're not going to cope in there, are they? Then what I've got is here, and then here, and then here. I've got carrots growing, 3 different colours. So I think it goes white, red, black, purpley kind of colour. And that was just sprinkle the seeds, cover with the compost, and hope for the best. They don't seem to be doing too badly. I'm surprised. Okay, then unfortunately, dogs and cats have been in here, hence this fencing that I've tried to put round here again. So things kind of moved a little bit, shifted a little bit. So this bit here, that you can see the tiny little growth here, that is meant to be rocket, I believe, is growing there. This, unfortunately, seems to have stopped growing. I think this has failed. I don't know, maybe, but I think it's dead, which is unfortunate because that was going to be this fantastic, gloriously colourful spinach, which would have been lovely compliment for my garden and the colour in my plate. Now, so all of those are growing, and all of those are growing quite well, but I seem to have a pest. I'm going to, everything kind of like this all this section here is all growing quite well. Okay, but along the front here, I seem to have a little bit of a pest, and I don't know what the pest is. Can't see anything, but you can see the results. So this plant has been eaten. This geranium is not doing too badly. This one again has been eaten. That one's pretty much been eaten. That one again, base leaves have been eaten. This one's pretty much been eaten to pieces. Again, the geranium, clearly the pest is not like the geraniums, but likes the flowering plants. I can't remember what I've got planted here now. So again, base, again, base, again, base, geranium, not touched. And then these 2 poor little babies here. Look, they were all the same size. They've been eaten to pieces. So, basically, my question is, what pest have I got? And how do I stop it? I do not want to use insecticides. I really don't want to use insecticides. I've got, I don't want them going into my plants. I don't want them going into me. I don't want them to be around. We have a lot of cats and dogs here now. This is the non-dog area, generally speaking. My dogs come into it, but my daycare dogs don't come into it. But I've got cats. I don't want, and I've got birds. I've got tons of birds, and I really don't want them being bothered by insecticides. So, any clues? What's eating my plants, and what do I do about it? What can I do about it? What are my options? Any help? Much appreciated. Hope to hear from you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.